That is the worst Eagles loss I have witnessed since the 2023 game against the Seahawks. This entire season, I have been, putting off the 2023 comparisons to this team until, last week. It's just too similar. The team is actually collapsing in real time for the second time in 2 years. This should not be possible for what is supposed to be a Super Bowl winning organization. Nick Sirianni should be fired after this season. There's no point in firing him before the season's over, just because it's not gonna help you win. But I don't have any faith. I don't have any faith in us beating the Raiders next week. Why should I? Besides the fact that it is the Raiders and they can't seem to win a game, why do I expect the offense to magically just be able to, produce yards? Max Crosby is just going to destroy whoever he's... If he's up against Fred Johnson, it's just not going to work. I don't know why we should still have faith in this team and Nick Sirianni's coaching as a whole. If he doesn't coach the offense. This week he, had a bigger role in it. I don't believe it because it looked the same. It looked the same. We have the same stagnant plays. Run it up the middle twice, throw a deep ball, it's incomplete punt. Every single drive, and that's how it just goes and goes and goes. I don't understand what he still does here that the positivity rabbit outside Saquon's locker can't do. Because if we're not winning, he's not doing his job. There are so many issues from Jalen to Jake Elliott, A.J. Brown, the offensive line. Nothing looks put together. They don't look like a football team right now. Who does it fall responsible on when everyone is fucking up? The head coach that doesn't call plays or run an offense. Because why is he here? Oh, he's a motivator. Oh, he's like a glue guy. They fight for him. They're not fighting for him right now. What the hell is he still doing here? That if he gets brought back in this offseason, then I just don't know what to think. Because, okay, at that point, we're definitely getting rid of Kevin Patullo, because no way we run it back with both of them if this season continues on this trajectory that it is continuing on at this point. Because at that point, why would anything change? This offseason, all the turnover was on the defense. Only Mekhi Becton on the offensive line, changed roles. The defense is better, objectively better. Adoree Jackson, who at the beginning of the season was having Saddam Hussein edits made about him, was locking guys down. He allowed 1 or 2 catches, which for him, as the number 2 outside cornerback there, realistically number 3 behind Cooper DeJean, because, but DeJean's playing in the slot. Why can't we win a game if Adoree Jackson, the worst player on our defense, has had a significant improvement from the beginning of this year? If it's not Vic Fangio. I don't even think it's Kevin Patullo, even though the offense is fucking abysmal. I think this is the leadership of Nick Sirianni, because Kevin Patullo, he's Nick Sirianni's guy. They're besties. They're best friends. This is his guy. This is still Nick Sirianni's offense, no matter what we want to say about it. The game was awful. I don't even know how you play that poorly. When we were driving down the field in overtime, I was just disgusted, especially after the Cameron Dicker field goal. I assumed we were going to win. I thought we had a chance, especially after that Devontae Smith 3rd and 16. But we didn't deserve to. There was no reason we should have still been in that game. If Justin Herbert was healthy, that game I don't even think is close. Because the defense can't stop an offense when the defense is constantly on the field. They played so long, and they were just strapping them down the whole time. If they actually had to play a healthy Justin Herbert, I think they eventually get winded, and eventually the Chargers start to break through, which we saw them do at the end of the game. By the end of the game, they started getting decent drives against the defense, and I think if Justin Herbert was healthy, that would have just started a lot sooner, but that's not the defense's fault. Nakobe Dean, oh my god, I forgot about him, because Jahad Campbell was playing so well. He's amazing! If it wasn't for him, Jordan Davis, I don't know how we're going to pay all these people. Like, even Reed Blankenship played a lot better. Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell only heard his name on the PI, which is ticky-tack, but like, yeah, technically the right call, but that time of the game. But, you know, I'll give it to him. It's the right call. Like, whatever you want to say, it was the right call. I mean, it's the offense's fault. The offense is the root of all this problem. But after Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts played fucking abysmal. I think that is the worst game I have ever seen him play. His stat line from last night. 21 for 41, 240 yards, no touchdowns, 4 picks, a sack, and a passer rating of 31.3. That doesn't even include his fumble, which was on the same play as his interception, which is wonderful. I'm glad I got to witness that history for the first time. Oh my god. Also, he can't run. Like, I don't know what's wrong. Is he injured? But it looks like over the past 2 years, not only have we cut down on the Jalen Hurts, like, designed runs, he looks much slower. He was never a Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, speedy guy. He's always bigger, get hit a little bit. But if he's not doing that and he just goes down as soon as he starts running the football, he's not producing. It doesn't allow the threat, and that's not only that's not our only running back issue. Because Saquon Barkley, despite having 20 carries for 122 yards, averages 6.1 yards a carry and a touchdown, he was ass. Like, he had the best game I've seen him have all season. This probably would have been like bottom 3 last year when he was playing amazing, obviously. But how many times do we just run it up the middle, get him stopped? The O-line's obviously not healthy. Dickerson's hurt. Juergens is hurt. Steen's alright, but he's also kind of just mid, you know. Fred Johnson's Fred Johnson, and Jordan Mailata's playing like shit. I don't even know, like, is he injured? Because if he's not, this is an incredibly concerning development. Because not only is he getting holdings, false starts constantly, he's not blocking well. He's not making up for it. He's not the Jordan Mailata we saw last year, where he was actually able to competently play left tackle. And then, you know, Lane Johnson being out, he was having a pretty good season, but, oh my god, where is the O-line gone? And I think that is a big part of Saquon Barkley, but also, it looks like he's kind of gone blind a little bit in terms of running the ball, because on that last drive, Troy Aikman pointed out a spot where he ran straight into the defenders and didn't hit, like, the wide open gap in which he could have, like, actually had a nice big run, you know, given us some hope, maybe won us the game even. But it's like, if, once again, it goes back to Nick Sirianni, everything's not working. It's Nick Sirianni and also Jalen Hurts' fault. Because Jalen Hurts is the quarterback. He's the one running this offense. But Nick Sirianni's the leader. He's supposed to be making sure everything goes well. I mean, obviously, he can only control things to a degree, but things aren't controlled. Jalen Hurts, though, fucking abysmal. Holy shit. There was the one A.J. Brown tipped ball where A.J. Brown should have come down with that I'll give him. There's also the 2 other A.J. Brown drops. I think A.J. Brown is, like, the 3rd reason we lost that game. I have a list here. Top 5 reasons we lost the game. Nick Sirianni, and you can kind of include Kevin Patullo into that. Like, I'm just bunching them together at this point. Just the offense, the coaching for the offensive side of the ball is the number 1 reason. But more so Nick Sirianni. Then Jalen Hurts, 5 turnovers. You can't have it. If Jalen Hurts is turning over the ball, then what is he doing well? Because his main thing is don't turn the ball over. Protect it. Drive downfield. Get points. But if he's turning the ball over like he has been the last 2 weeks especially, they're not scoring. He's not playing well. He's not holding up what he is supposed to do for this team. His job is to be the leader and to consistently keep the ball. Every time, what I want to see when I watch Jalen Hurts play is I see him play and I'm like, we might not score, but it's going to be a competent drive. He's not going to turn it over. So at the very least, we're going to give it to Brayton Mann, who's really good. MVP for the Eagles yesterday, at least on the offensive side. The defense, they were the MVP. But of offensive players, if we're giving it to him, I'd give it to Brayton Mann, who plays for special teams. So that's how bad it was yesterday. Then A.J. Brown is my third reason. The first play of the fucking game. He's cried for targets all year. He hasn't been the last three games. Last 3 games he's had 100 yards. We have not won a single game. What are we doing? So, you need to catch that first ball, which probably could have been a big play, at least a touchdown. Well, not at least, but most a touchdown. At least a giant play. Get the tone set for the game. Immediately demoralize the Chargers. The pass over the middle. Was the ball high? Yeah, but he's A.J. Brown. That's the ball he knows how to catch. That's why he's on this football team. Because he's a big body who can catch those kind of balls, come down with it. It's like, okay, we're throwing it to A.J. over the middle? Yeah, I know we can do that. Look at him. I have confidence in that man to catch this football. Fourth reason is Jake Elliott. I want Jake Elliott gone more than I want Nick Sirianni gone. 2 years ago in 2023, he was so good. That game against the Bills, that will be, when I'm looking back at this, his career, that's going to be what I remember him for. These amazing kicks. The 59-yarder in the rain. But the last 2 years, what has he done? He has just shit the bed repeatedly. And then last year in the Super Bowl, he played well. In the playoffs, he didn't. I've seen over the offseason, I saw people saying, oh, in the playoffs. No. He did not play well in the playoffs. He played well in the Super Bowl, which is, good. The best time to start playing well. But that's one game. He's had good games this year. I think I saw a stat, and I'm 90% sure this is what the stat was. Over the last, 3 games, I think he's missed 5 PATs and field goals combined. In 3 games. Why? What is going on there that this is that big of an issue? What are we even doing? 5 missed kicks over the last 3 games? He's just not the same player he once was. Obviously he's getting older. I'm gonna always remember Jake Elliott as the amazing kicker we had for so many years. He in 2023 was amazing for my fantasy team, but he's washed. There's no other way to say it. It's disappointing, yeah, but he's a big part of the reason we lose that game. He should be able to make that field goal before halftime. That at least 2 years ago, that was in his range. That is what you need a modern-day NFL kicker to make. Cam Little for the Jags out here kicking 70-yarders. That's just what you need to be able to do, and he can't do it anymore. I love the guy, but he can't do it. He's lost that edge of his game. He's also lost the close edge of his game. He looks like the Ohio State kicker out there, just straight left. But, oh my god, it's so bad. And the 5th reason is the offensive line. The play, I saw a screenshot of this on Twitter. The play Jalen Hurts threw the double turnover ball, If you look at the offensive line on that play, there's Jordan Mailata's on one guy. Steen and Jurgens are on another. Fred Johnson's on a guy. Landon Dickerson is fucking blocking the guy Steen and Jurgens are blocking towards them. It's like they're surrounding him. And there's an open blitzer coming through Landon Dickerson's hole. Where he's supposed to be. But, oh, fuck. But, Fuck. Shit. What was I thinking? But obviously, I don't know, like, the blocking protection on that play. I don't know what he was supposed to be doing. But part of the reason Jalen Hurts didn't have more time to get that ball out is because Landon Dickerson, at least from what I can see, wasn't doing his job. And I know he's hurt. I know that's the reason he's been playing so well. He tore his, I think it was a meniscus injury. I don't know if it was a tear in that open practice. But he's been playing hurt, and God, he's still better than fucking Brett Toth. Maybe it was Brett Toth on the block. It was one of the two. I'm going to be honest, all I noticed is the fact it was a white left guard. So, realistically, it could have been either of them. I'll put the thing up on the screen. But, my God. Like, the O-line has played so awfully this year, it's jarring. Jeff Stoutland, Stoutland University, Stoutland School for the fucking Blind. Like, he's expected to play well. And sure, the O-line is bad for 1 year. The O-line also wasn't great in 23. To be fair, neither was the D-line that year. But the trends are so similar. The offense not playing well. Oh, we just start feeding A.J. Brown. The O-line, D-line isn't playing well. To be fair, that year the defense was bad, but the offense was alright. But the defense is really good this year. And we just can't score points. So, it all goes back to Nick Sirianni. If there's this many issues on a football team, the problem is the head coach. There's just no other way to do it. The defense is fine. He doesn't manage the defense. So, alright, well, don't give him credit. I don't give him credit for that. The team, Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown don't seem to like each other. Period. That's partially on a guy who is not only in charge of the offense, but is the relationship guy. He makes sure everybody's doing alright. Well, he isn't fucking doing that. Again, still. Oh my God. Also, Saquon Barkley had that one big rush. Jordan Mailata wrapped the guy up completely. That was such an obvious hold. Like, you can say, like, the refs weren't great all night. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to blame them for our losing. There's that, like, Britton Covey kick return where his face was ripped off. But, like, even the big plays, it's obvious holding. Like, it's still not functioning well on the offensive side of the ball. But also, it's just, I don't feel like it's a fixable issue for this season. Like, we have 4 games left. Like, it's too late. If you have changes, you need to have the changes by, like, week 10. It's too late. I don't have any confidence in this offense improving at all. Why should I? We've already seen issues like this where Nick Sirianni has had struggling teams. Sure, last year he was able to fix it, but the year before he wasn't. 2021, the only reason it got better is because he lost play calling duties and, like, control of the offense. That's the only reason it got fixed that season. So far, the ways we fixed it are start running the ball with Saquon Barkley when he has a legendary offensive player of the year, should have been MVP if they gave it to non-quarterbacks season, and taking the play calling away from our offensive head coach. Like, that's why we brought him in from the Colts, because he was an offensive guy. But he's not. So now he's just the motivator. So when things aren't going well, yeah, he's going to get blamed. Yeah, he deserves the blame, because he doesn't do enough to not deserve the blame. It's such a big issue. It's just this season, I don't have any confidence. It's so bad. Like, I don't even I'm sure we're going to make the playoffs. Like, obviously, we have a favorable schedule. Only hard team left is the Bills. If we win out, I think we make it. Except if we win out minus Buffalo, I'm pretty sure we make it because we still have a game or 2 over Dallas. But why should I be confident we're going to beat the Commanders in Washington? Because I don't think we have that much over them. I mean, sure, our defense should be able to destroy Marcus Mariota, but I can't wait to watch Von Miller get to Jalen Hurts 20 times. Von Miller's 90. There's no reason he should, but he will. Because the line can't stop anyone. It's such a big problem. I also on Twitter, I said I want to see Tanner McKee this game. Slight overreaction there. I don't think going to Tanner McKee is the solution to this. Because if you go to Tanner McKee, that means the Jalen Hurts era is done. Unless Jalen Hurts actually gets injured, which I don't want him to. But unless he actually gets injured and you just start Tanner McKee, that means you get rid of Jalen Hurts. And we've seen Jalen Hurts be the MVP runner-up to Patrick Mahomes, go to the Super Bowl twice, outplay Mahomes in both of them. I think he's just too good to move on from, and I see the upside of Tanner McKee. 6'6", pocket passer, can see over the line, but it's just not worth, if you get rid of Jalen, if you bench him, then I think you have to get rid of him. There's, why would he want to stay for a team that gave up on him after he won the Super Bowl the year previously? He's just too good of a guy that he is still better than going back into the quarterback carousel. Because, okay, we decided to start Tanner McKee. He's not the solution. Okay. And Jalen Hurts doesn't want to come back. Do we draft Drew Aller out of Penn State? He's bad. Do we draft Arch Manning in a few years? That requires sucking. Which we're not going to be that bad. We're never going to be... Do we go for a Daniel Jones, a Kyler Murray? But it's just not worth it to get rid of... Jalen Hurts deserves a longer leash than some fans, including me last night, were giving him. It was a very reactionary moment where he has 5 turnovers. Objectively it was pretty bad. But, it's just... You have to think of, the full consequences of getting rid of Jalen Hurts. And obviously, I know some people hate him. Some people want him gone. Some people have wanted him gone for years. But it's not worth it. He's still a good enough quarterback. He's still better than, I don't know, Kyler Murray. He's, done more in the playoffs than a Dak Prescott. Despite, I think Dak Prescott's, I don't even know. I don't know anymore. He's not Josh Allen. He's not Justin Herbert. We saw that. Justin Herbert, one hand. They said it on the broadcast 50 times. But he got surgery a week ago. That's a dog right there. Do I think Jalen Hurts is a dog? Yes. I'm not saying that Jalen Hurts is not an elite dog quarterback. But the Justin Herbert's fight, that was honestly impressive. Good for him. Last night with the broken hand, 12 for 26, 139, a touchdown and an interception. He was sacked 7 times. He was getting beaten to shreds last night, and he kept fighting. I gained a ton of respect for Justin Herbert. That game, from him at least, kudos. Good job, man. That was very impressive. But, objectively passing-wise, Jalen Hurts isn't Justin Herbert. I like to say he's a top 5 quarterback, but he's not a top 5 quarterback for his passing. It's because of his game management, and being a game manager isn't a bad thing. But if you're turning the ball over 5 times, you're not game managing well. He's good at managing game when he needs to, but when he doesn't, that's the issue with the game manager. They're not elevating you all the time. So it's well, if you're not elevating me, but you're also doing poorly, why are you here? And I'm not saying get rid of Jalen Hurts, obviously. I feel like I'm getting close to that, but... I don't believe it. But the more I talk, I don't like where this is going, basically. But man, fuck, this season is just so rough. It just brings out the worst opinions from people. Man, but I don't think Tanner McKee is a solution. Also, if I have to watch another SpongeBob movie ad, after like a Jalen Hurts pick. I think it makes me so angry seeing like that fucking sponge in the weird ass 3D animation. Why is it there? Like, holy shit. I just watched my quarterback throw a pick and fumble it on the same play. Like, let me just see the YouTube TV Zen thing that they do. I want to see that. Like, I don't want to see SpongeBob and Patrick. Holy shit. It just makes me so mad. Because it's just so fucking annoying. It's like watching Nick Sirianni coach. Like, what's it doing there? It shouldn't be there. I'm not sure why it's there. It's only causing us pain. Also, my grandpa constantly complains about the announcers. He's like, oh, I mute the announcers. Like, oh, I can't stand them. I fucking see why! Jesus Christ! Troy Aikman and Joe Buck, I think they hate Jalen Hurts. Like, are the Cowboys fan club paying them to, like, hate this man? Jesus Christ! It's like, oh, Jalen Hurts got a 16-yard pass, but that check down was open. That's what he should have gone for. Like, he's trying to make a play. The offensive scheme is a big part of this. It just makes me so mad when the announcers just don't shut up. Like, oh my god. For overtime, I went up, like, I was watching the game with my dad, and then I went upstairs. I put it up on my computer, and I just muted it. Like, I didn't want to hear them talk anymore, because they just talk and talk. It's so awful. Oh my god. Like, it's just insufferable to listen to. I think that's, like, everything, though. Man, it's just not looking good for the Eagles this year. I want nothing more than for them to turn it around, but also, I haven't seen enough from Nick Sirianni as a coach to believe that I'm ever going to see that this season. Best case scenario, he's gone in the offseason. Petulo's gone in the offseason. Maybe we get, like, Clint Kubiak from the Seahawks, but I don't know. Or whoever that is, their OC. I think it's a Kubiak. I don't know which one, though. Maybe we can get Kellen Moore back. Maybe the Saints fire him. They won't, because, oh, man. This is why it's so important that, like, last season we win the Super Bowl. Because if we had made it, if we had lost in that divisional round game against the Rams, and then this happens this year, we don't have anything to hang our hats on. But at the very least, we can know that we can hang our hats on the Eagles won it last year. This is going to be like a discussion point all week. I don't want to hear people like bitch about Jalen Hurts all week, but he deserves it, man. Have a nice day.